All right, Instagram. We are installing a double door swing door today. First thing I like to do is check the heights on my floor to see where my high point is. And when we do double doors, we use our laser. This is Bosch's. There you go, right there. This is our preferred laser. Um, we just like it. So I will turn that on. And go ahead and check my heights. And this is just a reference point, gives you an idea. So here we have 45 and 5/8. And then the tape is stuck. And over here, we have, if I can get out of the way, we have 46. So I know that this side is the low point. That's our high point right there, by 3/8 of an inch. So what I will end up doing is cutting the door down, maybe about a quarter on one side, and go from there. All right, Instagram. So we had to do a minor adjustment. I had to shrink the jamb size by an inch because this rough opening is out majorly. And because of the tile floor, I didn't want to mess with that. I also had to cut down the height. So I figured my lowest point, which was right there, used that same measurement over here and then subtracted a 1/4 inch from that. And now my head jamb is level. And I know that because I'm using the laser. So, but now I have to take it back outside because I have to notch around that. That is a return right there. So, all right, well, now I got all the preparation of it done. I'm kind of glad that this has more steps to it because at least running into not so straightforward install, that you can come up with some interesting scenarios. In this case, like I said, I had to notch a 1/4 inch off of that so that that would sit around that return. So, but now we're set. The next step is shimming and nailing, leveling, plumbing the jamb. And for that, I will use my laser again, and I will show you what I do with that in a minute. All right, so we're on the step of installing the jamb. Here's where I use my laser to plumb up one side. I already know that the head of my door is level, so now I'll plumb up one side. Since this is a double door, I use the laser on my installation. I won't typically use the laser on a single door. I'll use a 6-foot level. But once I have this plumb and fastened, I will attach the doors and then adjust this side to the reveal of the doors. So these doors have to be cut down still. So after I attach this one side, I will work on that. And I use 16 gauge nails and shims, nothing less than 16 gauge for the jamb. I even use 16 gauge for my casing on the outside and 18 gauge for the casing that is attaching to the jamb itself. All right, as you can see, the door jamb is now plumb on one side. Now what I'm gonna do is take the doors outside and cut them to size and then attach this one first, make sure it's sitting right. We'll attach the other one and adjust. Again, the head of this jamb is level, so I know that, and now I know that this side is plumb. All right, so we have the door installed. As you can see, our reveals are consistent. So as I was mentioning, you'll notice that I have more shims here, and as I go up, I gradually go to nothing. That's because the rough frame is off, something like 3/4 of an inch. But you want to make sure that that's plumb so that your reveal down the middle is consistent. And also you want to leave a gap so that the doors don't bind on each other. So there you go. Now we'll get our casing around here. Then the casing gets 18 gauge, 1.25" nails in a jamb, and then 16 gauge, 2" nails on the outside hitting the framing structure. So that's how we install a double door. That's just some glue that came out. I glue all my miters.